Hey, VR crew, is Don. So unfortunately, it's been a while and I'm coming back with some bad news. On March 7th, 2024, it was announced that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, passed away at 68 years old. Now, his death actually occurred on March 1st, but it was announced through major Dragon Ball sites and fan pages and everywhere across media that he passed away on March 7th. It was a huge shock for me because this was one day after my own birthday that, March 7th comes and Akira Toriyama passes away. And Akira Toriyama's influence is far stretched. So initially, I was actually going to make this video about Goku and how he's not a bad father. And I still want to do that video. It just took me time to actually make it because of some other things around going on. So I just kind of want to break down a quick thing of why Goku is not a bad father. Or a bad husband, for that matter. So Goku was raised by Grandpa Gohan to be caring, to appreciate life, and to honestly just always reach the pinnacle that he can. To always go further and beyond. And that's the essence of a martial artist. To never settle on your limits and say, hey, you can always go further. So Goku is the purest form of martial arts. He's always willing to go further and always trains to be the best he can, to break past whatever limit there is. So in no way is Goku, Goku is the essence of that. But he's pure of heart because he doesn't want to kill. He doesn't particularly want to hurt people. He fights because martial arts is just what he was trained by Gohan. And again, I think there's a misconception of Goku. He's very pure in the fact that even when he's an adult, like well into his 40s, he still keeps that childlike innocence. And people, I think, get mad at Goku for that. But how can you? Because it's something so many people lose as they get older. They become cynical, they become jaded. Even through tragedies, that's what happened to him. And it's not to say that Goku hasn't experienced his own tragedies. He, by all means, regardless, unknowingly, he was the cause of his Grandpa Gohan's death. He Krillin died at one point. Master Roshi died at one point. He's died at one point. Goku has died, I think, a total of 2 or 3 times. Once during Dragon Ball Z against Raditz. And once with Cell. I'm not counting the heart attack Goku. I'm not counting that one. Goku has only died twice in Dragon Ball Z. He hasn't died in Dragon Ball Super. So no, he's only died twice. People say 3 times. I'm like, no, I'm not counting the heart disease one because that was a future one. That didn't happen. Anyway, so reason I say Goku's not a bad dad is because after the events of Dragon Ball, he marries with Chi-Chi, and they have a son. They have Gohan. And Goku raises Gohan for 4 years. For 4 years, he's raising Gohan. Mind you, here's the thing. Even though Goku bunked his head and doesn't remember a lot about his race, he was a toddler at this point, a newborn, when he was shipped off. I think Saiyans are pretty much programmed to conquer worlds and everything. Hey, this is your mission. Go conquer this world. But their innate essence, I think, still is in there with them. So I think Goku forgot his mission. And it kind of gave him a reset button as far as compassion and stuff like that. But I think his innate Saiyan instincts are still there to pretty much fight and to pretty much be like a Saiyan. So Saiyans don't stay around for the birth of their children. They don't get married. They don't actually raise their children. So remember these 3 things, right? But Goku, he gets married. He marries Chi-Chi, even though he doesn't know what marriage is, but he understands the concept of it, being with somebody he cares about, which he does. He does love Chi-Chi. Which I'm gonna say this now. It's very stupid in Dragon Ball Super that they say Goku has never kissed Chi-Chi. I don't understand why they made that a thing, because I know it's BS. He's had 2 kids with Chi-Chi. You definitely know Chi-Chi has kissed Goku or whatever. He knows what a kiss is. I'm not sure why that was horrible comedy from that point. And I just think I'll get into Super later. But so Goku gets married. He is there for the birth of Gohan, and he has raised Gohan. For 4 years, he raised Gohan before the events of Dragon Ball Z, where he introduces his kids to his best friends. His brother kidnaps him because they want Goku to make him help them with Frieza. And this is another point I'm gonna address. Goku stays dead after the events of the Cell Saga because, and this is true, most of the villains come there looking for Goku. Raditz came there looking for Goku. Nappa and Vegeta came to Earth because they sent Raditz over there to find Goku and they learn about the Dragon Balls there. When he gets to Namek, to be fair, Goku gives up his life to stop Raditz. Gets broken balls against Vegeta. But when he gets to Namek, he defeats Frieza. He travels. He doesn't intertransmission. He learns all that. But Frieza goes back to Earth to kill Goku or destroy the planet because of Goku. So Frieza is the reason he came back. By the time the Frieza saga ends and the Android saga begins, the androids are from the Red Ribbon Army who Goku took down as a kid. So these villains came back. So Dr. Gero wanted to destroy Goku for destroying the Red Ribbon Army. So he built the most powerful androids and everything, wanted to kill Goku, destroy the world. That's why the androids are there. That's why Cell is there. Because again, creation of Dr. Gero, wanted to destroy the Earth. So Raditz, Vegeta, Nappa, Frieza, there's several androids from Dr. Gero, Android 19, Android 16, Android 17, Android 18, Cell. All of them came there because Goku was the target. Because Goku interfered with something or beat them or whatever. Goku was the reason for those sagas happening. So, and in that time, yes, Goku trained for 4 years he didn't train. He raised Gohan for 4 years. He was in the hospital after he died after Raditz. Came back within a year. Because that's how long they also took to get the Dragon Balls. He was in a hospital when they went to Namek, and again, Goku was okay with letting Gohan go with Krillin and Bulma because that's his two oldest friends that he's ever known. His two oldest friends, that's like a brother and a sister to him. Why wouldn't he be okay with letting Gohan go to Namek with them? Because they didn't think they were going to run into trouble. They didn't think they were going to run into a tyrant Frieza. They didn't learn that until a lot later. And mind you, let me also get this point across. In no way or form do I think Piccolo is Gohan's real father or whatever, adopted father, whatever you want to say. Because Piccolo trained Gohan for a year. A year. That's it. I think Piccolo and Gohan's relationship is more of a big brother, little brother type of situation, or an uncle, or especially like a mentor. So, but in no way do I think Piccolo is Gohan's real father. No. You want to compare the 1 year Piccolo spent with Gohan as opposed to the 4 years Goku actually raised Gohan. So, Goku takes off, goes to planet Namek, saves his son, he makes sure Gohan is safe. Even though Frieza kills Piccolo, or even though Frieza kills Krillin, which sets Goku off, and he might have yelled at Gohan, but he told him, move, get out, I don't want you here, the planet's going to explode, I need you home. He tells Gohan to leave. That was it. He made sure his son was not around this tyrant as the planet's exploding to make sure they can leave the planet. Because again, Bulma's still safe, Piccolo's basically still alive, and Gohan's smart. Granted, he's a lot smarter than Goku was as a kid. So again, those are instances of Goku, again, not being a bad dad, protecting his son, putting his son with people he trusts. The one with Piccolo, he didn't have any control of that. Piccolo kind of just snatched his kid and dipped out to train him. He spent about a year in space because, again, how the hell was he going to get back? There was no real way to communicate with them at all because they didn't know he was alive. They didn't know that until they tried to make a wish to bring Goku back. And he was like, okay, we don't know where he is. So he spent a year trying to get him back. Again, he crashed. He crashed on the planet of Yardrak and learned intertransmission. Why didn't he use it? It takes him a while to actually home in on a power level, so he can't literally just anytime. No, he has to home in on a power level first, which too far away at that point. Couldn't do it. He says there's a lot of times how he has to home in on power levels. And they have to be within a certain distance for him to do it, or he has to be a certain level to do it. So again, couldn't just intertransmission back. This is what I'm telling you. So he gets there, okay, cool, Frieza's dead. And within the time that he of the Android saga, Goku is training. He trains with Gohan. Him and Piccolo both train Gohan, actually. So within the time frame, yes, Goku is still actually with his son. He's raising Gohan. He's training with Gohan. He's there. He's present, right? And also, Goku did not get the heart disease from Yardrak. Even though there's a very similar thing that happens on Yardrak with one of the elders, the disease does not come from Yardrak. I'm literally going to clear up a lot of this stuff for y'all with Goku. So, all right, that happens. Androids come, yada, yada, yada. That goes by. The biggest thing people say, Goku's a bad dad. Goku trains in the Harbach time chamber with Gohan. I think it's usually 3 days is the max, I think, but Goku spent 2 days, which is equivalent to, I think, about a year or whatever. So he spent almost a congested year in the Harbach time chamber with Gohan, training him, and he sees Gohan's potential. 100%, he immediately knows that Gohan is far stronger than him, and that Gohan has what it takes to defend the world, to defend himself and everything. So when Goku literally fights Cell first so Gohan can get a grasp of how Cell fights, his power level and everything, it's because Goku legitimately knows his son and says, I know how strong my son is. I know how smart my son is, because again, Gohan, and mind you, we taught him Teen Gohan. He's 12. Don't get me wrong. And again, Goku doesn't always have the best common sense, but still, he has that much faith in his son. He knows how strong and how smart Gohan is. And he has the innate belief in his son. It's not a bad father to believe in their son, knowing like, hey, I know you can beat him because you've seen him fight at this point. You know how I fight, and you're already stronger than me. He already knew Gohan was stronger than him. There was no doubt in Goku's mind that Gohan could beat Cell. Now, mind you, yes, he did kind of overlook the fact that Gohan's 12, and he's not comprehending the fact that, okay, he doesn't like fighting. Like, he doesn't particularly like, that's not the first thing that comes to his mind. He's like, Gohan has innate ability. He may have overlooked that trait, but the fact is that, and my own father does this, he'll put me in a situation where I know it's going to make me uncomfortable, but as a father, that's how you have to teach your son or teach your children, hey, you're going to be uncomfortable in situations, but you have to do what you have to do. And there are going to be times where I'm not going to be there. So you have to, stand strong and fight. And Goku believes in Gohan that much, and that's it. And he's right. Inevitably, he is right. And I think it's a trait of like fathers not telling their sons that, but I want to say like that, and Piccolo's the one who stands up and tells Goku this. Again, I think it's more like this is why I say more of an uncle kind of relationship, because Piccolo talks to Goku as an equal and everything, kind of like a brother would talk to their brothers, right? Like, hey, what are you doing? But it's one of those things. And he knows that Gohan has a high respect for Piccolo, so that's why I see it more as a big brother or uncle relationship with Gohan and Piccolo. But in Goku's right, Gohan can definitely win this fight. He knows he can protect everyone. But again, when he sees that Gohan has, collapsed and thinks he's gonna lose, oh no. He sacrificed himself for his son. He tells his son that he's proud of him, tells his mother that he loves her, he's gonna miss her and everything, and sacrifices himself for the planet and his kid. Hands down. So I don't think Goku's bad dad for the whole Sensei thing. I think he's probably a little inept and probably didn't think everything through, but the thing is, he believed in his son, hands down. And he tells the people, hey, don't wish me back. All these events have come back to Earth because of me, which he's right. Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta, Frieza, all of the androids, including Cell, all came to beat Goku because of like him beating him in the past, or because they want to recruit him or whatever. But yeah, they came back for him. And yeah, Goku leaves and is dead for... Goku was there for several years, right? And here's the thing. I want to say he's dead for maybe... Let me see. If we go by rules of like how I think Japanese school goes, he might have been there for maybe 3 years. Because at that time, 3 years, Gohan's in school and Goten's born, which No, like he doesn't know Goten's born. Like in that time, he does not know Goten has been born. So him being dead, he was dead. Didn't know Goten was born. And to be fair, no one probably could have told him because again, him and Chi-Chi probably did whatever, and then Cell fight, Goku dies. You know, those type of things. But immediately when he sees Goten, he's ecstatic to see his son, and he holds him like almost the entire time, in roots form and everything, and they immediately click and like go. And since then, I think not since then, he's around Goten, like he trains him, he talks to him, and everything. And I want to backtrack a little bit. During the Cell Saga, he scolds. Does he scold Gohan? Or does he scold Goten? No, I remember. He scolds Goten. So Goku was about to die and everything, or about to go back to Otherworld. But I think Goten wants to rush off to fight Majin Buu because I think at this point he's killed everybody. He's killed Chi-Chi. And Goku's upset, like legitimately upset as hell. And Goten almost rushes off to also fight, but he knocks Goten back. I'm pretty sure this was Goten. Might be a little hazy on who it was. It definitely had to be Majin, because Cell never killed Chi-Chi, so it had to be Majin Buu. Killed Chi-Chi. And he smacks Goten back because while his son is about to go kill himself because he's about to fight Majin Buu before he's ready. And Goku's like upset as hell. And you see that. He's already lost one son to Majin Buu. He's lost his wife. And you see a moment, and Mr. Popo has to tell Goten that, look at your father. He is pissed. He wants to fight more than anybody, but he can't because now he has to watch you, make sure you don't go rushing in to kill yourself. So he's already a good father. He has not been around Goten long enough. But he's like, I'm not going to let my second son die to this monster. By the way, Gohan wasn't dead at this point. He was on Kai's planet. Goku didn't know this. He thought he was dead too. So again, that shit happens where they die and they don't know. These things happen. But he trains Goten as much as he can. He shows him Apollo. He shows him Super Saiyan 3. And by the time his time is up on planet, because again, he's only there for a limited time thanks to Baba. He has to leave, and it's sad because Goten's sad to see his dad die or go away. Goku sad to say goodbye to his son. They have a very warm embrace, and they leave. So yada yada yada. Majin Buu saga happens. He's happy to see Gohan's alive, training, knows he can beat Majin Buu. He knows Gohan can beat Majin Buu. Gohan just, airhead or like too full of himself at that point, and stuff happens. Move on to, we're gonna skip over GT because I don't really want to talk about GT. Dragon Ball Super, since it's canon. And in this time, Gohan has graduated high school. I don't know why. This is the only thing. Goten is still too young. I'm guessing he may be like, 6 at this point, maybe. That's what I can think of. They might be like 6 or so. I don't know how much time has passed. No, he has to be older than that. I'll figure out age. Goku has, from that time on, since he got back, spent the entire time with Chi-Chi and Goten. He has literally been there with his wife and his kid since that time. Has not left. Even mind you, Gohan was still in high school at the end of the Cell Saga. Not the end of the end of the Buu Saga. He was still in high school. So for the remainder of Gohan's high school years, Goku was there. After that, Goku was still there for the wedding with Videl, the birth of Pan, like all that. Goku was there with his family. He wasn't going off training. He might have went to King Kai's here and there, but he also did work because Chi-Chi asked him to work. So Goku did his due diligence. He was a good father. He was a good husband. He was a good friend. Goku was not negligent. He may be somewhat absent-minded because he's a martial artist and all that. And honestly, that knock on the head probably knocked something loose in Goku, but he's still innocent. So Goku is not a bad father in no form of the word. He's not. He doesn't neglect his kids. He's there for them. Even if he's dead, he does try to communicate with them, and you see it in the movies and stuff like that. When he is there, he's there for several years. We just don't see it because of the gap of time. But he's there for several years. 4 years with Gohan. Trains Gohan. Doesn't stop training Gohan and stays with Gohan until he dies in Cell Saga. When he comes back, he helps when he trains Goten. Back alive, he's there with Goten and Gohan for the majority of the time. Because remember, up until Gohan was he was like a freshman in high school. So from his Gohan's mid-freshman year until he's married to Videl and with Pan, he is with his family the entire time. You see Goten bring him lunch when he's working. He's there. He is not neglecting his family in no means. And Goten likes being around him. He has a good time with Pan. I don't understand why people say Goku is a bad dad. He's not. He loves Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi yells a lot, but she still loves Goku. Even to the point, every time you see Chi-Chi and it's not about money or something, and Chi-Chi talks about Goku, it's always up with love. Chi-Chi always talks with love in her eyes about Goku, even to this day. So you can tell Goku's a good guy. He's not negative to his kids. He believes in his kids hands down, knows what they can do, knows that they're smart, knows that they're capable. Not because they're his sons, but because he knows them. So Akira Toriyama created Goku to be the embodiment of martial arts, to be pure heart, to be kind, to believe in not just himself, but believe in in people, to give them a second chance. Akira Toriyama created Goku to be the purest of characters, to say, always go past your limits, never settle, always believe in people, give them a second chance, to give them a chance. And that's the whole point. I think the idea of Goku, in essence, is amazing because it just revitalizes what people should be and what they should strive to in every day. There might be times where you stumble or fall and misstep, which they do, and you have to accept that. And Goku is an amazing protagonist for that. Don't get me wrong, I think Super has a lot of missteps with Goku. I think Super played up Goku's comedy a little bit too much. They make him more of an airhead. They make him way too dumb. That's the things about Super I don't like. I think it kind of ruins Goku as a character for me when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. But in essence, Goku himself is not a bad character. He's not a bad dad. He's not a bad husband, by no means. But you take snippets of stuff and you can make somebody out to be that way. But y'all don't count for all the years and everything that Goku was there for Gohan and Goten and Chi-Chi, doing what he's supposed to do and living off the land and providing and everything. So Goku in no way is a bad dad. And I think it's discourteous to say that, even if it's a meme, because it's definitely Akira Toriyama's greatest work and greatest character that has influenced so much anime throughout all of anime. Goku will always be an influence. Akira Toriyama will always be an influence. So I want to do that because, again, Dragon Ball has been a big part of my life. It's been a big part of so many people's lives. So when I see those memes about Goku being a bad dad or this or that, or people who put Dragon Ball Z as one of their worst animes or something, or overrated, like, I don't know what you mean. Because Dragon Ball is one of the most influential animes that's ever been created or ever existed or ever will exist, because it will continue to influence for generations. It has influenced not just artists and animators, but it's influenced creators, it's influenced musicians, because I hear rappers mention a character in Dragon Ball a lot. It's ridiculous. So Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama's work will live forever because of that influence, regardless if you know it or not. If you don't particularly care for Dragon Ball, then don't watch it. But I feel like you're doing a disservice when you say Dragon Ball is one of the worst things, one of the worst animes or something, because I don't know what you're talking about. And I think you're out your mind. Because Dragon Ball is insanely fun to watch. From Dragon Ball Z, you can enjoy Dragon Ball GT. There are some misfalls with that. Dragon Ball Super is good. I think there's when Toriyama passed the torch to, I can't remember the guy's name right now. But there are some missteps with Super, but in essence, Dragon Ball is an amazing show, and it's the godfather of anime. It's the godfather of shonen anime. And it will continue to influence, continue to inspire, and I think you can learn a lot from Dragon Ball and Goku and everything, and Akira Toriyama. So I want to make that video because I don't want that misconception of Goku and Akira Toriyama's work to be out there. And I want y'all to really go back and take a look at Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and see Goku in the show for what it is and the purity that it has. So with that being said, I want to thank Akira Toriyama for everything he's given us. I want to thank him for his work because it's influenced me a great deal. It has brought me into this world of anime, and I don't know if I would be watching anime if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z, or be any kind of creative if it wasn't for that. So Akira Toriyama, you will always be the grandfather of shonen anime and probably just one of anime in general. So I want to thank you very much for your work, and we're sorry to see you go, but I hope you're blessed in living your next life in the next world. So Akira Toriyama, thank you very much for everything. Later, crew.